My name is Innocent Waziri. I am the founder of the Learning Camp, and I've been working in the education field for over a decade at the moment. The Fundraising Academy is where I first learned that individuals can access grants and individuals can get funded by organizations. I usually just feel funds come. I know funds come. I know people get funds, but then I feel you have to be a very structured organization. You have to have, obviously you have to have some form of structure. But I didn't know that there are grants for starters and grants for big organizations. So I always felt these grants were out of reach until I came across a post on Facebook where I got to realize that, okay, there's something called the Fundraising Academy, and they tutor people on how to raise funds for businesses, for NGOs and non-profits. I actually run a non-profit, and that was how I got into the Fundraising Academy. I was able to get my first grant. It was a very small grant, about $1,000. It was, I just applied, just filled a form online, applied, and in 3 weeks, I was called for an interview. About a month or 2 months later, after going through some documentation and some other stuff, I got $1,000 to build a playground. And that was why I felt, oh, so if I can get $1,000, I can get more, right? So it started there, and I decided to take it serious. Followed up with all the assignments they gave in the academy, followed up with all the trainings. Sometimes you feel these things are too big, but the informations are just there online. But with the Fundraiser Academy, you would be able to know where to find this information, how to get the information, what to even do with it, because sometimes the information are just there, you see them and you're confused. So the Fundraiser Academy actually gave me heads up that, okay, this is what you're looking out for, this is how to go about what you're looking out for. And some months back, we got another grant to do a bigger project, and we're working with about 3,000, a little above 3,000 students now in KANO State with the grant we just won. It is an intense academy. They are teaching you how to make money here. It's not a money-making scheme. There is no good thing that comes easy. So I will tell you, it is intense. Your funders are not just going to throw money at you. They're going to want you to do certain things. But the good thing with Fundraising Academy is that it gives you the knowledge you need to face the funders. It gives you the courage you need. Sometimes it's just the courage to even take that bold step. And I think you get a whole lot of that. You're prepared. Your financial records have to be straight. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be able to pitch your business. You have to be able, you get all those trainings in detail in the Fundraising Academy. They don't just give you fluff. They don't just say, oh, you can raise $2,000, you can raise $2 million. No, they tell you practically. They show you the work you need to do. I mentioned earlier that I raised $1,000, my first grant, and it was very basic compared to the second grant that the process took over a year. But each step of the way, the Fundraising Academy was there to guide me. They were there to say, okay, at this stage, this is what you're going to put in at this stage. Even after winning the grant, I still get calls from the Fundraising Academy to say, this is how you're supposed to use these funds to attract more funders. This is how you should implement the program. They really don't owe me that much, because what I subscribed for, I have gotten good value for it. But the truth is they follow you up. They make sure you're successful. Even after you get the grants, they make sure the implementation happens accordingly. At the moment, we are serving 10 schools. We are not even building playgrounds anymore. We are doing real foundational literacy and numeracy. In this school alone, we have over 400 students we are impacting, and we have 10 schools across the states that we're impacting with this program thanks to just one grant. Now imagine what it is if you get 4, 5, 10 grants. The impact will be much. So thanks to the knowledge from the Fundraising Academy, we're able to impact over 3,000 kids at a time. For me as a person, it has given me the boldness to approach organizations to say, hey, I'm doing something great, you should be a part of it. There's one thing I've learned, that I don't even tell them to come invest. I tell them to come be a part of what I am doing. Because if you're saying we're investing, it's like they are expecting something in return. Obviously, the gain from educating a child is a whole lot of return on investment, but the confidence I got from the Fundraising Academy has even helped me personally in my relationship with other organizations. Beyond the money, I was able to get other organizations to also partner with me in implementing this program. I could approach the government, the state government, to say, I want to do this and I need you to be part of this. And I got their support. I wouldn't have access to these schools without the support of the state government. So beyond raising funds, it gives you the confidence to also approach other stakeholders to demand or to ask for their own support towards the work you're doing. Because at the end of the day, the money is 50% of the work. You also need the confidence to approach other people, to bring in other stakeholders into the work you do.